Hi, and welcome to Orion Today. I'm here with Chef Paul, who's going to show us how to sushi and dispel some common myths. So Chef Paul, what did you have in store for us today?
Well, I brought with me enough product to make a couple of basic rolls for you. Show you guys how to make the simple cucumber avocado roll, the California roll, a red dragon, and how to make a piece of tuna nigiri.
Those all sound very interesting. What did you want to start with?
Well, let's go ahead and start out with that cucumber avocado
Cucumber
roll.
avocado. All right, so what ingredients are you going to need for that?
A wire, I'm an idiot. Sorry. You're gonna need some cut cucumber, an avocado, nori paper,
Anything I can do to...
I am having all sorts of trouble with this.
Of course.
And sushi rice.
All right, I have a couple of questions, if you don't mind, while you're working on. So nigiri, is that seaweed or?
Nigiri is it means gripping.
Okay.
It's when it's just a simple ball of rice with a slice of fish on top of it, held together with just a little bit of wasabi paste.
Held together with just a little bit of wasabi paste. All right, and so you use that to roll the sushi rolls, right?
No, that's the nigiri is just it's just that. It's a little ball of rice with a slice of fish on it. You pick it up, you eat it. It's delicious.
Okay, got it. So then what was that? I must have gotten the name wrong.
Nori.
Nori. Oh, my bad.
Which is what this is. It's got a rough side. It's got a shiny side. You always want to put the rice on the rough side. Gives it something to cling to. So you're going to take a little ball of rice, a little bit smaller than a tennis ball. You're going to put it in the center. And then you're just going to gently feather it out. And you're going to work with the sides of your thumbs, with just the pads of your thumbs, just like little bulldozers. You're not trying to smear it, you're just trying to roll it along.
Trying to roll along.
Yep.
All right.
And just like that.
And this one doesn't actually contain any fish because it's just a cucumber and avocado roll.
No, this one is completely vegetarian.
Okay.
Nice, happy, bright green, fresh avocado.
Ooh, that looks delicious.
Oh, look at that color.
Peels right off.
And we're just going to take a couple little sections like this. Got this little stick of cucumber. And then you just want to gently lift the back end and roll it over.
All right.
You work that little lip underneath so it gets into the rice a little bit and it's got something to cling to.
Gotcha.
And we're just going to roll that right there.
That looks like you've had a lot of practice.
Thousands of hours.
Thousands of hours. All right.
Thousands of hours.
So what are the most common beginner mistakes when rolling said sushi?
Being too rough with the rice. You want to be gentle with it. You want to, you don't want to crush the grains. You want them to remain separate in individuals.
Okay.
Pretty much my biggest rule for when people ask me how to do this at home, I just tell them, use whatever you like. And if you're having fun, if you're not having fun with it, you're probably doing it wrong.
Okay.
But we're gonna patty out another piece of rice.
All right.
And we're gonna let you take a try rolling.
Oh,
it.
I get to take a try.
Absolutely.
All right. I love being bad at things because that means eventually I'll be good at them. Maybe if I be bad at them long enough.
That's usually how it goes.
Oh yeah.
I just say it just takes practice. Just a little bit of practice. Just a couple 100 hours.
All right. Who knows? Maybe you'll be able to get it in 20, like that one TED Talk on the internet.
Hey.
Says you can do anything in 20 hours, or be okay at anything in 20 hours, which I think is a little bit,
And there's your cucumber. Remember, you're just gonna lift up and...
Okay. And just lift it up, right?
Yep, just lift it up and right over there.
Okay.
You use your fingertips to hold everything in place. And you're just gonna work your fingertips just right along that seam and tuck it under. Yep, and then you're just gonna finish rolling it right up.
All right. It's a little oblong, but...
Well, that's what we've got this for.
Oh, all right.
You put that on there.
Tools of the
Give
trade.
it a gentle little squeeze. You're not actually creating any tightness with this when you're rolling it.
Okay.
You're just shaping it.
Oh,
And look at it now.
Yeah, that is one beautiful sushi roll.
All right.
It's going to turn into 6 smaller, still beautiful sushi rolls.
Oh, delightful little pieces right here.
Do you name them when you're cooking them at work? At Big Wave Sushi, that I didn't mention earlier?
Do I name? Well, if I create a roll, I get to name it.
Okay.
But the cucumber avocado roll, you know, it
comes
had
with
a
a name.
It had a name a long time before I started doing this. So what we're gonna do next, I'm gonna show you how to make California roll.
California roll. I've eaten many of these, but I've never made any.
Everybody loves these.
Oh yeah.
So you're gonna start by moving your rice out all the way across the entire sheet, because the rice is on the outside in this one.
Oh, okay. So that's why you just plopped it on there.
Yep.
Because it's on the shiny side, right?
No, you want the shiny side out.
Oh, okay.
You want to use
The rough
rice.
side's where the rice goes then.
That's where it'll stick.
Gotcha.
And we're going to start off with a little bit of avocado.
And what is all included in a California roll? I see rice, the roll itself, cucumber, avocado,
And then everybody's favorite, some crab stick.
Crab stick. Is that real crab or is that the imitation stuff?
This is the imitation stuff.
Okay.
It's fish cake is what they call it. But crab stick, it's delightful. Everybody loves this stuff.
Oh yeah. Crab stick.
Oh yeah.
How can you tell the difference between regular crab and crab stick to the untrained eye?
Crab stick comes in its own convenient little plastic wrapper.
Oh, perfect. All right, so you don't have to crack the shell or anything.
Crab comes in that nice, wonderful little carapace. And this is the same way, but this one, because the rice is out, it's easier because it's gonna have a lot more grip to it, and it's gonna stick when you roll it.
Just like that.
And we can take a little bit of this right here. This is masago. This is the roe of a little fish called the capelin. Little smelt-like guy. They don't taste like much, but they're bright, they're colorful, and they give you a nice little popping texture when you eat them.
Ooh.
And just like that.
Ah.
So we're gonna start up another one, and you're gonna try and
I'm gonna try this.
you're gonna try and roll this one up.
All right.
But we're gonna do something a little differently with this one right here.
Okay.
We're gonna take this guy, and we're gonna top him with a couple of slices of some nice fresh tuna.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
And that leads me into a question I've been wanting to ask. How do you know that the fish is safe to eat? Because a lot of times raw food isn't okay.
That is a very, very common question that I get. If it smells like fish,
Okay.
it's gone bad.
Oh, okay.
It should.
So fish shouldn't smell like fish.
No, not really. It should smell like ocean water.
Okay.
It should have a nice, light briny smell to it. All right. And here's attempt number 2 for you.
Oh boy. All right. Hopefully this will go better than the first one, but I don't know.
Well, you
how.
did just fine on the first one.
That makes me nervous because I have to top it. All right. So tuck in, right?
Yep.
And right outside. Roll like that. Oh, and the rice is still warm. That's part of the rice cooker, right? Or
Yep.
rice steamer.
Yep. We're gonna give that a nice little squeeze.
Oh, okay. There we go. See, sushi.
There you
can
go.
do sushi at home now, or I might be able to figure out sushi at home now with the power of the internet.
Oh, YouTube tutorials.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's if you're ever curious about where to get the product that you can use for this, there's a wealth of Asian markets within the Southeast Michigan area.
Okay.
This right here is a beautiful chunk of some yellowfin tuna.
Gorgeous.
Oh yes, and like I was saying about it earlier, Give that a smell.
Nothing. Briny salt water, maybe, but that's even kind of mild.
Yeah, that's what fresh fish smells like.
All right.
And we're gonna put.
When was this bought? Yesterday? Today?
This came into us yesterday, I believe.
Oh, okay. So it's fresh then.
Oh yeah. Well, another very common misconception is that the freshest fish makes the best sushi. You know, it's a lot of the times it's been aged before it even gets to you.
Really?
If you take a fresh tuna on the boat and you cut into it, it's going to taste like fresh tuna. But if you let that fish sit and age, and you keep it in the right conditions, you give it about 3 days, the individual characteristics of that individual fish is going to come out. It'll taste a lot more like what it ate. You'll be able to tell a little bit about the waters it grew up in. Like if it was really warm, the flesh will get will get softer quicker. There's fat contents that are all dependent on the water temperature. You can if you let it age for a couple of days, you can tell what it ate. It'll taste if the school of tuna feasted quite regularly on mackerel, it'll have a little bit of a mackerel tinge to it.
Huh.
There's a whole lot of individual characteristics.
I never would have thought.
But we've taken that California roll that you lovingly rolled up for us, and we've topped it with a couple of slices of that beautiful tuna.
So this is totally safe to eat because it's fresh tuna. Well, not fresh.
Well,
it's been,
USDA dictates that we must freeze it at -10 degrees for at least 10 hours.
Oh, okay. So
to kill off any potential parasites, but tuna is an apex predator. It doesn't play with parasites very well.
Oh, okay. So
I'm gonna sneak right over here one more time. Grab this because I'm full.
There's one more thing you wanted to show me before we
we're gonna
run out of time.
All right, that was the tuna nigiri.
Tuna nigiri.
Go
nigiri means the fish, right?
Nigiri means gripping.
Oh, okay. It means the rice is on the outside?
Nope.
No.
It's a simple thing. It's just a little piece. So we're going to take our slice of fish right there.
Okay.
Our happy little gob of wasabi.
Little? That's not little. Okay, that's little.
That's little. All right, we're going to grab a ball of rice. Now this is the challenging part of making sushi, is making nigiri properly, because when you do it right, it only takes about that long.
Okay, you did that really fast. That was impressive.
And that's a piece of tuna nigiri right there.
All right.
And we're gonna slow that down.
And the wasabi takes place of the usual black wrapping it has, right? Or does it just not need that?
It doesn't need it. This right here is actually one of the oldest forms of sushi, is nigiri. It's just basic street food. Is what this started out as. So you're gonna grab a little bowl of rice, about that big.
Okay.
And you're just gonna hold it. And you're gonna rotate it. You don't wanna crush it. You just wanna shape it. So let's get that in your hands.
Okay. So you just kind of roll.
Yep.
it,
You're
right?
just gonna roll it and give it a gentle squeeze. You're looking for something a little bit longer than it is wide.
So a little tiny cylinder, right?
Yep. Just like that.
Like that, so the camera can see.
You're gonna take this right here.
Pinch of
little
wasabi.
smear of wasabi. The base of your left hand.
Okay.
Set that right there. You're gonna put that on top of it. You're gonna press with 2 fingers, very gently.
Which 2 fingers?
Right here, index and forefinger. And just curl your fingers around it.
Oh,
just
okay.
like
I
that.
see. Got it. So you just
Press.
push it.
Yep.
Do you?
Flip it over, and we're just gonna set it in place real quick, just with a couple of passes of your hand,
Gotcha.
just like that.
Wow. Huh. It's
Just
amazing
like
what an expert with experience teaching you how to do can help you do.
Oh man, and it's also really amazing of how simple it is to just make a couple of things.
You talked about Asian markets where you can get this. Is there any you happen to recommend so we can Google them at home?
The 168 Mart
Okay.
on John R., just south of 14 Mile in Madison Heights, is one that I would really recommend. You can get literally anything and everything to make everything that we have on this plate right here. Right there.
Maybe I'll make a trip up this weekend.
You should.
Try my hand at sushi.
Oh yeah, it looks challenging. It just takes a little bit of practice.
All right.
And
that seems to be it for our program. All right, that's going to be it for this segment of our show. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with another segment. Thank you again, Chef Paul, for coming in and showing us all this wonderful sushi art.
You're very welcome.
Art, same difference.
It is art.
Yeah.
Boys and ghouls and kids of all ages are invited to take part in the 2018 Halloween Parade on Wednesday, October 24th at 6 p.m. Put on your scariest costume and gather at the Eamon Center as the parade makes its way down Broadway Street into the heart of downtown Lake Orion. The little ones can trick-or-treat at businesses along the way and end up at Children's Park for cider and donuts. This long-time Lake Orion tradition is free to the public. For more information, call 248-693-9742 or visit downtownlakeorion.org.
Hello and welcome back to Orion Today. I am Andrew Walker, and today, with my assistant Gabe, the human jack-o'-lantern, we're going to show you how to make monster toast, monster face toast. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with white bread, Sunbeam, the whitest of bread, and what we're going to do is we're going to color it using milk and food coloring. So we're going to get a couple pieces of bread out here, and then we're going to add some milk, 2% from Kroger.
2%?
Yes,
That's,
the freshest.
Do we need a certain measurement or just?
No, you can eye it.
Just
Just depending on how much you're going to use. We're only going to do 2 pieces of toast today. We're going to do 2 colors, and then we're going to mix all 4 colors together to make the black that you see here for the features. So what are some things you like to do for Halloween, Gabe?
Going to Halloween parties.
Yeah?
Just hanging out, eating some candy. That's definitely my favorite.
You're too old to trick or treat, right?
I mean, I don't think you're ever too old to trick or treat, but I mean, once you get to a point, then people just kind of think that you're just doing it for candy. But
I'm 34 and I still make the rounds.
yeah, I mean, it's fun. Can't get me wrong, free candy, but
It's free. It's better than buying it for sure.
oh yeah.
So
Tastes better too.
like I said, we're gonna first mix all 4 colors together to create black, which was the very first thing I learned in kindergarten class 29 years ago. So we're just gonna do a little X eyes, which means he is gone from this planet. He is deceased, as we all know. Yeah. Yeah. So Gabe, what's your favorite candy?
I like Snickers a lot.
Snickers?
Yeah, the peanut butter and the caramel.
So you like to be a little exotic. with
Yeah.
it. Yeah, you like to, yeah.
Exotic.
You're one of those guys. So you just want to make sure that you mix the milk and the food coloring together, so it's evenly mixed. And then what you're going to want to do is just kind of paint in the white spots. This guy's going to be green, kind of like Frankenstein. Have you ever seen any of the old Frankenstein movies?
I think when I was younger, I saw one of them, but I don't really remember too much.
Do you remember when Frankenstein picked up the little girl and he threw her in the lake because he wanted to see if she would float?
No, I did not. I
it's-
did not remember that.
Classic cinema.
Classic.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to do a yellow. A yellow guy. I don't really know. Are there any yellow monsters? I don't know. There's not any I can think of.
No, not that I can think of.
Hmm.
Minions are pretty scary from Despicable Me.
You know, and they are technically villains because
Yes,
they work
are.
for the antagonist in that movie.
It's all how you look at them.
Yeah. Because in that movie they're bad, but in their own movie Minions, I think they're good, right?
They're good.
They're the protagonist in that.
Oompa Loompas, though. I used to be afraid of Oompa Loompas.
I'm still
Freak me
afraid.
out.
Those and the, do you remember in Wizard of Oz, the trees that came alive and the three apples of Dorothy?
Yes.
Those scared the you know what out of me. Anyway, after you're done painting the faces on your bread, you're gonna wanna put it in the toaster oven or a toaster for 3 to 4 minutes. And then they come out, they look like this, nice and brown around the edges, and they taste magnificent. So that's all for that. We're gonna go to our second thing that we have right here. Yeah, if we could just move this out of the way. And what we have here are monster fingers. If we could just move that out of the way, back there. So this is very easy, easy to make at home. What you're gonna need are some pretzel rods. You can buy these anywhere, of course, got them at Kroger. We will need some melted white chocolate or melted vanilla that you can cook really nice here on your double cooker thing. And then for the nasty green fingernails, we actually use pepitas, also known as pumpkin seeds. Of course, you can get these at Kroger's as well. So first what we're gonna do is take a couple pretzel rods, break them in half. As you can see, we have different size fingers depending on the ages at which the people died that we snatched the fingers from. And we're gonna go over to our chocolate here, and then we're gonna drizzle the white chocolate over the rods. And then we're just gonna set them and let them dry. Put the pumpkin seeds on them. Are you a big fan of pumpkin seeds, Gabe?
No, I'm not really a big fan of anything pumpkin. I used to try to eat pumpkin pie, but I could just never get into it.
Yeah, it's not great. I'm not a big fan either, but pumpkin seeds I like.
Yeah.
It was always a family tradition when I was a kid that we would pull the guts out of the pumpkin and separate the seeds and put salt on them and bake them. And those were a nice little snack.
So I see that you put some red stuff on the end of the...
What do you think that could be, Gabe?
Could it be blood?
That could be blood. I was going to
blood.
get to that, yeah. You can use the same red food coloring that you use for your scary faces to put to mix with the white chocolate to make blood.
Multi-purpose.
Yes, multi-purpose. So you just continue doing this. A trick I learned is that if your white chocolate starts to get a little thick, do not put water in it because it'll clump up very fast. Use Crisco. That'll keep it going. So yeah, we'll just continue to make a few more of these.
So this Crisco, do you know exactly what Crisco is? Is it or what it's made from?
Crisco is made from, it's just fat, really.
Yeah, animal fat.
It's just animal fat. It's pretty disgusting, but
it works.
It works for cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you do need to use a solid fat for this type of thing. If you use like a liquid oil, for whatever reason, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not gonna end out too well.
Yeah, it doesn't work. So there we have it, folks. These beautiful, beautiful monster fingers. And that's all we have today for Orion Today. We want to thank Chef Paul for coming in earlier and showing us how to make sushi. And good night, folks.